Hello everyone, it's JustADad. Today I'm going to do a comparison between iRobot Roomba 405 on the left and the Roborock Qrevo QV35A on the right. Now I did buy both of these with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video, but I do use links. So if you want to find all the robots that I highly approve of in one simple place, check out my website, JustADadApproved.com. On that website, you'll see the QV35A has a gold star, and it's one of my highly rated ones. It does have some limitations, but it's relatively cheap, and that's why I'm comparing it with the 405. Both of these are in the same price range, around 400 bucks when they're on sale. I don't recommend buying either one of them when they're full price, but I have seen the 405 on the left, I've seen it under 400 bucks, 379. The QV35A, I've only seen it on sale for 400 bucks. Spoiler alert, the Roborock is the one to get. It's just an all-around better robot. The app's better, does a better job of washing the mop pads, easier to do the maintenance on it. And I like that it has an onboard water tank. But let's get started and showing you the differences. So both of these robot vacuum cleaners have a base station. The base station will wash the mop pads. They both have spinning mop pads. I like that they both have a carpet sensor. That is a must. Anytime I like a robot with a mop on it, I want it to have a carpet sensor. Both of them have the single brush roller for vacuuming. They're both going to get some long hair on it, but with the flutes, they're designed to go to the end. So the long hair will be directed to the end where you can pop that end off and take the long hair off. This will be the same. So as far as the brush roller, I consider that to be the same. Now they both use spinning mop pads. The mop pads are relatively close to being the same. They can raise and lower the mop pads 10 millimeters because of the carpet sensor whenever they sense carpet. There is one difference though. The QV35A has an internal water tank and it sprays water on top of the mop pads to keep them wet while it's mopping. I do like that feature better, and I can control it with a slide bar. I can really get like from 1 to like 30, I can control how much water it puts down. The 405, I don't have that type of control because there's no internal water tank. Whenever the base station washes the mop pads, that's going to set the wetness level of the mop pad. The robot goes out, mops your floor. Eventually this is going to dry up. Then it has to come back, rewash the mop pads, and then that sets the wetness level again. Over here, the QV35A, it can keep the mop pads wet so it can mop longer. Again, internal water tank that gets filled up with the clean water from the base station. Both of them have a side brush. This is the anti-tangle side brush on the Roborock. This does a great job of preventing long hairs from tangling on this. This is more of a standard design. You will get some long hairs to tangle around it. They both have cliff sensors so they don't fall down your stairs. Now, I love that both of them have LiDAR navigation. They both do a good job of mapping your house. And in the app, you can put no-go zone, divide up the room, your house into different rooms, and you can tell it to put it on a schedule, have it clean certain rooms on certain days. That way, they're both relatively the same. Where we start to get into a difference is this does have an obstacle avoidance sensor on the front. It's not a camera, but it's a sensor that does avoid certain obstacles. Now, it's not 100%. This one is basically a sensor for helping it get back to the dock. If the obstacle's taller than 3 inches, the LiDAR will shoot a signal off of it and it will avoid it. Same over here, but this one can actually avoid some things that are lower to the ground. They both have the bumper on the front. They both have physical buttons, power, which is start, stop, and home. I like the physical buttons. They both have a dustbin. They're going to vacuum up your house. Everything's going to go into the dustbin. Now, the Roborock is a little bit bigger and a bigger filter. Both of them, you're going to have to clean that filter once in a while. And again, when they're done, they're going to come back to the base station and another vacuum is going to kick on and suck everything out into a dust bag. Same with the QV35A. It's a little bit bigger dust bag, but you will have to replace that after a couple months. They both have a clean water tank, you can see here, and a dirty water tank. They're a little bit different design, but they work the same. Now, neither one of them will heat the water whenever they wash the mop pads. They just use room temperature water, and they use room temperature air to dry the mop pad. So in that fashion, they're the same. Now, how they wash is a little bit different. I like the Roborock. I can take this tray, because this does get dirty, take it to the sink, get it all nice and clean. I'm not down here having to scrub anything. Over here on the Roomba, there's a filter here, which I can clean. I got to get some pliers, but I'll have to clean that filter. And sometimes I have to wipe this down. It does an okay job of cleaning it. as it's cleaning the mop pads, but I do like this design a little bit better. Now, Roborock's been doing this for a while with LiDAR navigation, so this is more of an evolution of things they're kind of building on. This is iRobot Roomba's first robot with LiDAR, so it's kind of a generation 1. They do have a 505 that has better obstacle avoidance and does, but it is about $200 or $300 more. So I wanted to compare two robots that were the same price point. As far as the app, I do like using the Roborock app. It's got more features, more things I can control. The Roomba app can be a little confusing sometimes, but it is a step above from their old app, which I did not like at all. Now again, I did buy both these with my own money. It wasn't paid for my video. This is my honest opinion. Now, if you end up getting the 405, you're not going to have a super bad experience. I mean, the setup was a little tricky sometimes, but I do prefer this one. Just seems to be working a lot better. I review hundreds of robots and vacuum cleaners, so you don't have to. I purchased these with my own money. That way I can give you my honest opinion. And there are some robots that I highly recommend, like the Mova P10 Pro. It's my 2025 absolute favorite robot. And on my website, you can find it as my #1. But also, when it goes on sale, sign up for my email. I send an email out when that robot or other robots that I highly recommend. I just sent an email out today. This was on sale for $300, and you can see it's one of my favorites. Here's what my website looks like. Here's where you can sign up for the email list. If you scroll down here, here's the current robots that are on sale. All you gotta do is click on the button there. It's gonna take you to Amazon. And here are my #1 through #12 picks, and I'm adding others as the price goes down. And I will be adding the Dreamy Matrix 10, the Mova Mobius 60. I also review other products. So up here, I do carpet cleaners. These are my best portable spot cleaners and upright cleaners. These are ones that I have tested and absolutely love. And you can find the video for these also. I even have some fun categories, gifts dads will love, gifts under 50. These are just items that I have myself that I use all the time. And for a while, I reviewed several coffee makers. So this is just a small list of the coffee makers that I reviewed, but these are some of the best ones. And when I was reviewing coffee makers, I branded my own coffee. Click on Buy My Coffee. It'll take you to my coffee website where you can purchase JustADad Simple Sip coffee in the K-Cup form, whole bean, or already ground. There's also a frequently asked questions. There's also a contact me. If you fill that out, if you got a question, I'll try to get to your email as soon as I can. And when the big Amazon deals come up, again, I take pictures. I show you exactly the robots that I approve of, and then I give you a link that's where you can purchase it. Again, if you click on this link, it's going to take you right to Amazon. If you end up purchasing the product doesn't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. I want JustADadApproved.com to be your go-to place to find the products that I highly recommend and love, and I know you'll love also. And I'm going to start getting into more written reviews. I know I do a lot of video reviews, but I'm going to start transcribing those into written reviews that are kind of easy to read and followed by a link. Also on JustADadApproved, when we have the big sales, we got Black Friday coming up. I'm going to list all the sales and I'll have really quick access for you. So if you're just looking for the best robot to buy, go to JustADadApproved.com. There'll be a little spot you can click on and purchase the product. So thanks everybody. I absolutely love what I do and I couldn't do it without your support. I also have channel memberships. So we're having a lot of fun. I'm starting to do more live streams, and in those live streams, you can have a custom emoji. We're having fun with it, kind of spinning mop pads, roller mop pads. So check out my channel membership. It's also another way of helping support my channel. But during these question and answer periods, I'm going to try to schedule them on a regular basis, and you can just ask me any question you would like. Here's my YouTube channel. If you click on memberships, here's what the custom emojis look like. I only have 4 of them so far, but as we get more members, we can create more emojis, and I'll create an emoji to whatever everybody else decides. So thanks everybody for watching. If you could, please like, subscribe, and check out my website, JustADadApproved.com.